We're going to keep the modeling going on this little temple thing I've got here. This is where we left off last time, and I think it's time to start working on the roof. All right, so I'm going to select this area and Shift S, cursor to selected, and let's just maybe we'll take this piece actually here, Shift D and P to make it a new object on its own. Selected, and origin of geometry. I want it to be a little smaller, I think, so I'm just going to scale it down like that. And let's go ahead and bring it up like that. And I'm going to put an edge loop like that. And I'm going to grab these edges here. This is going to be a very simple roof. And I'm going to just pull them down like that. Maybe a little bit more. I can scale on the X if I want. Okay, cool. Actually, I'm going to move the whole thing up a bit. I'll set origin to geometry again. And we'll come in, and in face selection, we'll grab those faces. And I'm just going to go E to extrude, and I'm going to pull it down a ways, like that. Some of my polys are discolored, so I'm going to select it all and go Control N to recalculate them, make sure they're facing the outside. Shut this bevel off. Select these inner faces, and I'm going to hit I to inset and pull in a ways. And it looks like I did a decent job. Okay, so I'm going to go E to extrude, and I'm going to pull that down just a little bit. And I'm just going to be repeating that. Inset again, like this. E to extrude, pull it down a ways. Let's do it another time. E to extrude. Let's pull it down, and then let's, I got 3, so let's go S scale Z0, and then I'll straighten this out. SZ0, like that. Looks like a little house. And let's see if we take that and we scale it, how that would work. Let's select it all. Let's try looking from top view, and let's just try global scale. Okay, so I want it smaller than there, so I'm going to scale in the X. That's how we look at what that looks like. All right, so I'm looking at the roof, of course, so I want the base part here. So let's try looking again in top view, maybe wireframe. Let's see if I can figure out it's that bottom inner one, this inner line. I want that out further, so let's just globally scale again. I'm just watching this inner line, sort of where you can see the poly selected there, the shading difference. Let's see what that's looking like. I'll come out of wireframe, and I can do this by eye now. Okay, scale this in the X, come up to about there, scale it in the Y, and come out to maybe about there. Let's just have a look at, see what that looks like if I push it down a little bit. I think that could work. Yeah, let's try putting that bevel back on. Okay. All right, let's go with that. Let's select this edge right there. Shift S, cursor to selected, and bring in a cube there. And I'm going to scale it down like that. Let's scale that in the Y. Just have it overhang a little bit. Okay, we'll do a bit of work on this. Let's scale out in the Z, make it a bit thinner, and in the X. And let's see where I want this. I'm going to go ahead and attach it to this, and we'll get that bevel on it as well. I'll try smoothing and see what how I like it. Doesn't change much. That's fine. Yeah, that'd be okay. Cool. All right. Well, we have a big roof on there now. Let's just compare to the others. Okay. Now, in terms of getting this on, we could look at that. you could find any sort of black and white image, like a PNG, clip art, and bring it in and do that. And so let's have a look at how that might work for me. Okay, I might go with that same image. We'll see. So let me see if I can get back here to my desktop, and we'll start up Inkscape. This was the inspiration for that, the Tomb Raider kind of look. I'm not at that level to be able to design that and hand painted textures. All right, so we got Inkscape going. I may not have a graphic anymore that I could use. I don't think I do. Well, actually, I do have that sun. Have that. We could try that. See how that works. All right. Okay, so I found this little vector graphic. Okay, so over here in Inkscape, I am going to import my image. There it is. Open that. Okay, bring it in. I'm going to scale it up a little bit. All right, good enough. All right, then I'm going to come up to Edit, make a bitmap copy. All right, so my copy's on top, so there it is. So I'm just going to get rid of that. Not always sure that that was necessary. And then I'm just going to follow the steps with the image selected. Go to View, Display Mode, Outline. Got it. Good. Just follow the steps. Your image should now be covered. With your image still selected, go to Path, Trace Bitmap. Okay, Path, Trace Bitmap. Update. Okay, there we go. Good. Close that. Select the red, move the red out of there, and delete it. And there is what I need right there. Okay, so I'm going to go File, Save As. I'll call it Sun SVG. Save. I'll just replace it. Okay, come back into Blender, and on another layer, let's go Shift C from that back there. File, Import Scalable Vector Graphic down there. So my desktop, find it, import, and it should be very, very small. There it is. And let's do set origin to 3D cursor and geometry to origin. Okay, so there it is. And I'm going to, you see there's the curve icon. It's a curve, all right? 2D. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to extrude, and I'm going to extrude it a little bit, not too much. Here, let's go 0.02. It's too much, so a 0.003. Okay, how about that? And I can add a little bit of bevel. All right, let's try that, and smoothing. That's a pretty heavy graphic. It may not be ideal, but just to demonstrate how you could do it, let me scale that down a bit. Let's move this to the first layer there. And we'll see what it's like. Oh, it's pretty small now that I think about it. Scale it up. Let's rotate X 90. Zoom in on that. Okay, my poly count's getting pretty high, but that's all right so far. How about that? So that worked for us. I just want to take a quick break and think about what else I want to do for this model. Well, let's do something with this door. Something very simple though. All right, let's see if I can select that door right there. And let's copy it, Shift D and P to make it a new object. And let's bring it out here, and let's move this to another layer, way out here, let's say. All right, so we got that. Shift S, cursor to selected. and origin of geometry, and then cursor to selected. Okay, so there's our door. Let's make like an old wooden door, but just put the pieces of wood. I'm not gonna do the lock and all that. That'll be fun to do, but maybe another another time. Let's bring in a cube and scale it down to about the width that we would want for a piece of wood. Scale this in the Y, nice and thin, like that. Let's bring it all close to the door. Let's see, let's scale this in the Z now. And I can make it go higher and lower than the door because it's just gonna go into the ground and into the blocks that make the archway of the door, so that's fine there. Say that was there. See if we can get about 5 or 6 of these across. Let's go back into object mode and let's apply a bevel. And maybe 2. Bring that down. We can try smoothing. We'll see if we like the look. Not exactly realistic, but we're not going for that. Let's close that up and try an array. 3, 4. I'd like to get, well, what would 4 look like? Well, let's go for 5. And let's just make it a little smaller in the X. Let's see, where's the, like that. Let's try that. Let's M for move, bring it back to the first layer, and then just drop it in, just push it back like that. Just to get a sense if you like that. I might not like the smoothing on there. I might prefer it like that. Let's just go in, and I didn't have to open that. I'll just hide the bevel for now. It makes it very hard to see. Let's do it like this. No, we're not. Let's not. We're going to need both of those. I think if I like it, what I would do is I would go ahead and apply the bevel, and I'll go ahead and apply the array. Let's position it where I like it. I can put it to there so I don't have to deal with too many of these. In fact, right there, all I have to do is shorten this one and this one. So that's fine. So let's do that. Go to wireframe. Oh, it might be a little bit harder than I thought. Well, I mean, I could just probably do this and I guess this. Let's just have a look at that. Okay, and then I could have like a wooden door there. And then I was thinking as well, let's put the cursor there, that, let's go back out here. I can get rid of that now. I was thinking as well of like some bars or something. My poly count's getting pretty high, but whatever. I'll set this to, I'll leave it at 24. Let's rotate Y 90, and we'll scale it down. Scale Shift X, and we'll scale it in the X. We'll see if something like this could do what we want it to do. Let's scale Shift X again. Let's have a look at that. I can put smoothing on. I can adjust that. Yeah, something, if it was like that, I brought it up near the top, and if I put on edge split, should correct that, and then let's try, let's apply that, arraying this in the oh, that's not right. See, I've got it in the X, but it's coming down, so I gotta apply rotation and scale, and that'll fix that. It still might be too selected. Scale Shift X, just too thick still. Maybe more like that. And actually, I want it just about there. And then I'll go ahead and I'll apply that. Set the origin of geometry, Shift D, and rotate Y 90. And yeah, okay. just a little bit. Maybe I'll bring this one up to make it equal, a little bit equal like there. And let's go Alt-H. Bring everything back. Let's get rid of that. And we now have bars in the door. All right, so I can go ahead and join these. Control J. Save. And that's what we have so far. You know, you could go ahead and build more of these objects. You could put more decorations there. You could put tiles on the roof, but I think I think this is a reasonable place to leave it at. You texture it, of course, but I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out for now. So, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.